Hey everyone, it's Nicole. Today I'm here to review The 13th Tale by Diane Setterfield. It's a book that I read quite a bit ago, but that still has an effect on me, and I think it's one of the best books that I've read so far this year, which should tell something because the year is ending. It's going to be 2017 in 3 months. The book is wonderful, and every minute that I've spent with it just convinced me that I want to prolong it. It's a story about a young biographer named Margaret Leah who lives with her parents above a bookshop they own, and even though she's not widely known for her work, a reclusive famous author, Widow Winter, writes her a letter, which entails that the woman wants Margaret Leah to be her biographer. That's the summary of the first chapter of the book that already raises a lot of questions and is quite secretive and cryptic. The book itself is written in contemporary setting, though it still contains the mysterious Gothic atmosphere that is prominent in such works as Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier or Jane Eyre. So if you're a fan of both of these books or one of these books, you will definitely love The 13th Tale. It was such a delight to read the story because of the atmosphere, because of the writing style, because of the characters. Somehow Diane Setterfield found a perfect balance between all the elements, and they didn't pull all the attention to themselves. I was taken by Margaret. I wanted to know more about her, but I also wanted to know about the personal history behind Widow Winter, and I think all the secrets in this book are very cleverly put together because you are never bored. You know that in every chapter, in every second chapter, you'll know something new about the story, and it will turn your idea of these people and of the situation around. Most of the time when I was reading this book, I wanted to cozy up, pull the covers on, drink a cup of tea, and listen to the rain on the background. This book calls to that. That's why I think it's better to read it in fall. You have the perfect background and perfect atmosphere for it. Also, a lot of people mentioned that if you love books, you're going to love this one, because it takes place in a bookshop sometime, and also because the protagonist is well read and she likes books. And I believe it's correct, because as a person who reads a lot, I appreciated all the pointers to other works, other classical novels mostly, and all the symbolism that came with it. I just loved it. It also talks a lot about storytelling and what it means to be a writer. Because of that, I think that people who aspire to be writers or that write daily for themselves, for example, will really appreciate it. But if you're not a big reader, you will still enjoy this book. You will enjoy the great characters and the situation they are going to be put into, and the history of Widow Winter's odd family. I really enjoyed the part when she was talking about it, because they were so obscene and unusual that I couldn't stop myself from reading. It's like when you see something dark-sided and you cannot just pry your eyes away. The same experience I had with Widow Winter's backstory. I surely recommend to everyone to at least try reading this book. It deserves your attention. In the next few minutes, I'm just going to talk with people that already read this book and discuss a little bit the plot and the themes that were brought up in this book and that I think were interestingly discussed. Also, this book has a pretty neat ending. There were still a couple of things that remained uncovered, such as with whom Widow Winter was living her whole adult life. Was it Emmeline or was it Adeline? My bets are that it's Adeline. In my opinion, this possibility makes it a more haunting book, mostly because Widow really loved Emmeline and she hoped so much that the woman she cares for is Emmeline, while Adeline died in the fire. But the way this woman acts strikes me as Adeline. The way she was described in the past as someone uncaring, someone violent, someone aggressive, someone who can hurt others without thinking is rather telling in my opinion. Also, during the novel I had the suspicion that the original Setterfield brother and sister actually had the twins together, and it would explain why the kids would turn out so weird. But also it could have been just a matter of nurturing, which was non-existent. The other interesting issue for me was that Widow Winter was a compulsive liar, and that she explained her behavior by being a naturally gifted writer. And I would really like to know your opinion on this question. I guess that's all the things that I wanted to talk about in terms of this book. I hope you liked this video, and I'll see you soon in my next one. Bye!